Get in the mix, this is number 6. Still want the subs, still want the clicks. You ain't gotta choose, this ain't left and right Twix. Whose shoes are better, all we ask for is picks. Best team around, baby, Bulls over Knicks. Number 1 city, not New York or the 6. Number 1 show for the rap, sports, and kicks. Thanks for the love to the men and the chicks. Every Monday, you can come and get your fix. Discussing high fashion and all the top hits. Billboard, the tackles, yeah, all the top hits. 11 and a half or 12, y'all, if the shoe fits. Nothing but net, we ain't tossing the bricks. No popping willies, cause we ain't about the tricks. But back to the show, don't forget it's number 6. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is Kiona and Kasson podcast, episode 6.
Episode 6 already, huh?
Episode 6. You know what, real fast, I do want to say something. Chicago is on some fucked up shit. I don't know if you guys paid attention to this, but last weekend there was like 100 shootings.
Yeah,
in 2 days. Chicago, put the fucking guns down. It's 2018, man. Y'all gotta figure out a better way to handle your problems, because it's not worth it.
It's just senseless, man.
It is. And again, you know, we're trying to keep this very lighthearted cast.
Yeah, but we gotta address that.
But yeah, as Chicagoans, born and raised, we gotta make sure we say something about it. It's just, the people you're killing, man, is not just people you have beef with. It's father.
They ain't even killing the people they got beef with. They ain't even really shooting at
them. Well, that's the thing too, is that the real fucked up thing is always some bystander who's doing nothing, some little girl or someone who's playing in front of her house and get shot. So just keep that fucking shit away. We're gonna get into it. Welcome back again, episode 6. Hopefully you got some returning viewership. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We always welcome you guys with open arms. So
most definitely keep coming back.
So I am your glorified mediator / MC Adam. On the right, I got my brother Osama.
Glorified?
On the left, that's what we decided on. Look, shut up, the intro. On the left, you got the brother from another, David. So,
yes.
Welcome back, and yes,
we are
glorified.
Is that what we decided on?
We literally, there was an episode, I don't know if it was like the last one or the one before that.
I'm gonna give my vote real
No,
quick
we said
yes.
I said MC.
You said MC,
You
and
did.
I said glorified mediator, so
And
I'm saying
I was fine with that.
So MC / glorified
So
mediator.
what you're saying is we didn't decide. You just named yourself.
I could have decided.
He might have a little bit.
I'm gonna respect it.
I was this
I'll
close to being like,
respect it,
I'm
just
just
say
saying
yes.
host, but fuck it, it's all
As
good.
long as you own it, I'm good with it.
True. Just own
We'll
it.
do this MC glorified mediator. We'll choose a hard fucking selection somewhere in the middle there.
There you go.
But anyway, so Sam on the right, Dave on the left, me, Adam. Welcome back. Welcome. Thank you everybody for your support to this point. It's crazy to be at episode 6 already.
Yeah, man. This is it's pretty cool to see that. I mean, it's been what? Now it's 6. That means what? Month and a half. That's
month and a half,
and it went by quick.
And we haven't seemed to lose very many viewers, so thank y'all for sticking around now.
Thank you. Yeah.
But if you watch this every week and you still haven't subscribed, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button. That's what it's all about, baby.
Yes, it is. And then you can hit that little alert on the side of it, right? And that'll tell you when all of our videos are coming out because we do.
Now, yes.
We do. Do you want to say it? I want to say
it. Go ahead.
Oh no, we're just planning on doing more things. We want to put more content out, and not that it will be. It's always going to be quality over quantity.
For sure.
Right, we're never gonna just put something out, but you're gonna just get maybe a better glimpse into our lives, and
yeah, I mean,
nothing crazy. You know, you're not gonna be at the dinner table with me.
I mean, you could if you want to be. Just let us know.
You might be at the dinner table with me though.
And I don't mind if my parents snap about me bringing a camera to the table.
You're good.
It may happen.
I'm gonna eat my damn sloppy Joe and mac and cheese by myself. Goddammit.
Listen,
no.
It's fine. I don't mind if my parents trip about bringing a camera to the table. That might be a little bit more funny. So we can do that.
That I will do. That I'll do. That I'll do. But yeah, but without going too further into it, just know that you'll expect a little bit more content of the same quality and continuing to get better. Yeah. That's what we're definitely trying to do here.
Absolutely.
So, just bear with us if sometimes like last week we know the quality of the lighting wasn't that great. We apologize. I hate it. I hate looking at it.
I think all of us, both the 3 of us, were very mad.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where we're in an environment in this room where
plus we were trying new things too.
Yeah. And as I was editing, I saw it and I was like,
there's no way.
Damn, like as I was bringing it from the SD card onto the computer, I'm like, that shit did not come out the way I was hoping.
Yeah. So we're hoping this week comes out better. We've adjusted. We've tried to do a little bit more with the camera.
If you check out the Instagram page for Kiona and Kasson, you'll see a little bit of the upgrade we've made so far. We've switched slightly the camera angle, so hopefully that should give you a little bit better of what we're working with right now.
Yeah. So you'll see. We'll give you. We got some sort of a post coming to let you guys understand what this dude's been talking
Well,
about.
by the time they see it on Monday,
Our glorified host.
Glorified host. Look, it's hard to use MC because we don't have a mic to check right now.
Most of that.
I can't 1 2 1 2.
Not yet. You can't have a mic yet.
But
also,
next week there's some big changes coming. Keep an eye out.
Most def. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to address that and just say that one, we got more content, and we're trying to improve, and also just I really wanted to apologize.
I'm trying to pop up in
that
every aspect of your life. You taking the shit, you watching me. Before you go to sleep, you watching me.
Most people watch podcasts while they're
see that face.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's exactly it. It's not just a podcast. Come on, you just announced new shit.
Yo, now that they upgraded the Android where you can watch YouTube clips or YouTube outside of the app, man, I've been playing poker on the phone with the little YouTube square in the corner. Man, I got picture in my little phone.
I had an Android for a few years, so that's really a pretty cool thing.
What picture joint?
I don't think I have a
picture.
What was it?
Where you can watch a YouTube video while you're doing other stuff.
They still haven't upgraded that, right? Do you have a iPhone?
Yeah, I do.
This $1 trillion company is falling behind.
Why'd you tell me I need to get a iPhone?
Because
you don't have an iPhone.
Though.
Because when we were doing FaceTime things.
You need to get an iPhone.
He Instagram videoed me so we could talk about a couple things, and we were trying to get you in it, but we couldn't do it on Instagram.
Because y'all need an iPhone.
So I have an
iPhone. iPhones can do that on.
Could you get an iPhone?
iPhones can on Instagram allow you to do multiple.
FaceTime. Yeah.
Fuck is
You do have a
that
MacBook.
Android
yo,
shit.
fuck all these apps.
You got a MacBook, so
You're on some binary shit. We're just like
You don't got a fucking
next
iPhone.
level.
I do have an iPhone.
My man has an iPhone.
Look, man.
A while.
What do you call that symbol right there?
Anyway,
That's just iPhone.
He got bitter as fuck.
Anyways, all right. So let's
Fuck
get into
y'all.
some shit here. We
Do
talked
it.
about nothing for the first 10 minutes,
Do it.
which is fine.
Do it.
Anyway, last 5 days.
I didn't know you had an iPhone.
I had an iPhone for literally the last 2
Glorified
years.
my ass.
How was your week? You got an iPhone? You didn't tell me.
You were just going off base. Anyways, last 5 days, or I guess 7 days since we've seen each other and recorded last.
Yeah.
I was going by the day it was posted. What have you been up to?
Man,
Work.
like I don't think my answer is gonna change. It's just work.
Well, okay, so what I really mean by this question is there anything that happened in the last week that stands out outside of work that you have experienced?
Out of the door. There we are.
No, man. Honestly, I've just been really trying to just find ways to enjoy the rest of the summer.
Yeah, man.
Yes. It's been muggy
That-
as
that-
fuck.
That's
winding
that's
down,
a good
man.
mention.
So muggy outside.
It
lately.
is.
Yeah.
It is. Especially
So
today.
bad.
It was bad.
I almost died washing my car for 3 hours today.
This motherfucker. I was like, "What time did you wash your car?" I was like, "You gotta do it early in the morning." He's like, "Ah, it was kind of early." Well, not really. It was like noon. Noon is when the sun is like literally right above you.
But
The worst time.
But
yeah.
otherwise, I would have been at work today, and I would have started at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, which
That would
Probably would have been better.
it would have been better. But I would have been done at 7, and I wasn't trying to deal with that.
Oh well, you wouldn't have done that because we would have been doing this.
Well, exactly.
There you go.
Anyways,
But yeah, no, I've just been trying to enjoy the rest of the summer, man. Like I said, there's maybe another month left. I start another semester of school this fall.
Good minute.
yeah, I started
just
I think,
about to be
August
done.
27th myself.
I think that's right around the time I do too.
Not excited about
I'm almost done, man, so I'm happy. But
it. Yeah.
other than that, just kind of kicking it,
Yeah.
getting ready for that shit, mentally preparing. Been in the gym, trying to be at least.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Certainly been on a lot of the same shit myself.
Same shit, different toilet. Trying to be more. I've been in a creative space. I feel like I've been trying to really. There's a lot of brainstorming going on up in my noggin.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now I definitely spend a lot more of my, I say, brain power on thinking about things for the podcast and thinking about things
Just the channel in general, right?
been heavy online to purchase things that will make that change gonna come. So there's been a lot of that. Just trying to make sure that we're good when we come here on Fridays. It's weird because Fridays become the focal point of my week.
Yeah, and it's honestly been flying past.
It has.
Like I said in the beginning, 6 weeks has gone by quick, but a week has been like, because I'm just constantly now looking forward to this day, because the rest of the week is just Monday through Thursday really.
Just
you go through the motions, work,
Yeah,
work.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
this is it's a good thing. I keep telling you, I think I'm glad that you you brought us together for this, because it gives us not a purpose, but something we're driving. We're driven towards improving, doing. You know,
for sure.
A passion, dare I say?
Well, it's not only that, but like it's funny because as we upgrade and as we kind of become more professional in our setting, that itself, watching it grow and watching like other than our lighting mishap of last week,
the lighting will get better.
Other than that, it's nice to kind of just watch the progression, and it's nice to see the page, kind of filling out and.
Yeah, to see more than one or two videos, to see, to have to click to see more. Yeah. Have you had to do that on the phone? That's kind of course, that made me kind of smile a little bit, which is,
And we're trying to bring you again content that's like not an hour and a half long, so you can watch that too if you don't have time for an hour and a half. Because not everybody does. I mean, I know it's hard to make time for an hour and a half. That's why we chose this specific time to record ourselves,
Yeah, right.
So there'll be shorter things on the horizon, and that's gonna make that page pad out, and that's gonna be nice to see too. And
yeah. What about you, Dave?
Yeah.
So it was a pretty calm week. My wife is on, I was gonna say vacation. She's out of town.
Oh, you're still in Maine,
business. So yeah. So I've just been holding the fort down, packing up, getting ready for the move.
Oh, that's right. It's happening soon, right?
Yeah, September 1st, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's real close.
It is.
My birthday is right around that day too.
That's the truth. My brother's as well. So
you're on Labor Day this year too, then, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
So on Labor Day, when the podcast drops, you can go ahead and wish him happy birthday in the comments.
His old ass.
Or you can just not give a fuck. I mean, it's
hold
not
on.
my birthday.
Your old ass.
I just want to know, what's the number in front of the one on the right for you again?
3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're old too, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm about to be 30.
See, I don't have that. So 6
We don't gotta talk about that age at all.
That's okay. I can't wait till that day he calls me on his 30th birthday.
That's true.
His
Wait,
back
wait.
is back.
What
is
makes
sore
you
and
think
shit.
I need it back out.
What makes you think I'm calling you on my 30th? If you ain't calling me, we ain't talking about
Oh no, because the only
you
way,
haven't contacted me first.
the only reason you're gonna you'll
ain't
call
talking
me.
at all.
You'll call me because you'll wake up like, God damn it, motherfucker.
No,
was
because
right.
I
told your ass
That's true.
I already wake up like that. So honestly, if you don't
No,
call
it's
me
gonna
on
be
my 30th,
it's gonna be a
I'm gonna
noticeable
shut.
difference.
It's almost like the day of your birthday.
It's
we
like
won't
a
do the damn podcast that day.
Because that shit hit me hard as hell.
yeah, it's whack. Super
Well, it doesn't matter because I still got plenty of time before that.
But
So we're gonna head.
my week was cool. It was calm.
Copacetic.
Getting ready for the big move. Yeah. So I mean,
You seem excited.
I am. I know, but like honestly, I am.
I'm just messing with
Yeah. It's just like a new chapter, obviously. So.
No, that's
And we're gonna be living closer to the lake, so I feel
where.
like-
So you're saying you're moving further from here.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to say exactly.
I forget sometimes where there's a camera on us.
But yeah, I'm like 10, 15 minutes away.
Okay.
So I just bike there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word.
Cause I bike. I'm an avid biker.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Moving comes with a lot of emotion. A lot of emotions.
very true.
Plural.
Very
Emotions.
I think it also heavily depends how long you've been in a place. Look, Dave, from what I know, you and your family were fucking just constantly on the voyage. Every couple of years, until you got to the last place by Elston,
Yeah,
you guys were constantly on the move.
yeah, right.
And in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much emotionally it affected you. I think it's big when you move out of the neighborhood.
Right, because we moved within that neighborhood.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, you still stayed around the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like people sold off their apartments and their older,
Yeah,
duplexes
and you had to-
flats, and we had to move.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. I could. I think I remember every place you lived over there. But we'd have to drive through and check. That would be a.
That would be a thing.
Yeah. We have to talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's
the McConnell journey through
Yeah.
Kasson.
just a walk, because I mean it only suits what this is. But anyway,
For sure,
this
If
may.
you can ever get Glenn to shoot his movie that he's been planning on.
Man.
And by the way, Glenn, fuck you, man.
Hey,
First of all, I don't
no,
know if you're watching this shit.
My ass.
Definitely not fuck Glenn, but Glenn, what the fuck?
Not fuck Glenn, but opposite of shout out to Glenn.
Opposite the shout out to Glenn.
Opposite of shout out to Glenn. Because what the fuck, your ass. Anyways, Glenn is another Kiona and Kasson previous resident, so that's a little insight.
Yeah, but he ain't no parts of this.
Yeah, now he needs an ass whooping.
Asshole.
Stupid Glenn.
On site.
All right.
Well, you say psych?
On site.
Oh, I thought you said on site.
I
was
said
like,
on
psych.
site.
You can't psych what I said.
No.
On
site.
Alright.
That shit is on site.
Let's start getting into some shit so we can talk about some shit.
Let's talk about some shit.
They come here for meaningful talk, not jackasses.
Yeah. Let's do that shit though.
You guys want to start with some rap shit today?
Yeah.
For sure. So let's just knock out the major story, I guess. I guess it really depends who you are as major, but Nicki Minaj put out her new album.
Right.
Queen. I've listened to it on my way here today. I think I've decided maybe like 2 or 3 tracks. There's only one that I really heard that I actually cared about. Barbie Dreams, something like that. It's literally just her talking a bunch of shit to a bunch of other artists. So I got a kick out of that, but everything else I was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a good 2 or 3 tracks off of it, so not even a lot of it.
I mean, even the one with Ariana
How many joints
Grande.
on?
I don't know. Let me check that out right now because might as well.
Yeah, because I mean, that's just curious, out of curiosity, based on, you said a couple of them, but the new trend is this 7 songs.
Oh, so right, yeah.
Let's give you half an album.
Yeah.
We talked about that a lot last week. About
Yeah.
This one there's
LP.
Yeah, so like, I don't know what to expect anymore.
There's 19 tracks, and I actually got.
Oh,
the
that's
album
too
besides
many
one.
tracks.
Nah, I mean whatever.
This man said it's too many.
Look, as
Dude,
many
there's a
times as
such
she's
thing as too
So
many
hold
tracks.
on. I feel like we need, and not to, excuse me. But I want to touch on how you like your albums.
Oh,
just briefly, if you could just bring them into your room.
Well, no, I just don't like a lot of.
because you be picky as fuck.
Well,
is
so
what I'm
right,
saying.
but like, what is your ideal album as far as like length?
Length? Oh,
Yeah.
12 songs.
So 12 songs,
tracks.
and then like minute hours, like minutes. Does it get to an hour?
56 minutes.
So just under an hour.
Maybe a little less. Between 50 and
But like an hour.
56 minutes.
Like an hour.
Yeah, around that.
Right.
It could get to that point. But 12 tracks, 4.5
See,
minutes long, I don't know.
I personally enjoy when they're like 14 tracks right around an hour.
I can deal with that. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. 12 is my
You
idea.
have to be saying something though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Exactly,
The way
yeah.
that's why so that's why I like 12. I feel like so in my mind, if I'm an artist, and it's changed now, there's not the idea of a conceptualized album.
It is a different formula.
Right, you're not necessarily putting together some sort. The way I see it is it's an art piece, right? Everything all together comes together for this great piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, the artist, instead of giving us 19 tracks, right, which out of those 19, it's an inevitability that, I don't know, a good portion of them are going to be just fluff.
So going off of that, let me ask you a question then. Is there any double album releases that you particularly enjoyed? Because those are typically
Life After
pushing
Death.
20 pluses.
Life After Death.
Life After Death.
Wu-Tang Forever.
Wu-Tang Forever.
Wu-Tang Forever was
for
good.
Sure. Yes.
I remember really enjoying The Art of War back in the day. I really did. I'd have to revisit it. But I feel like that double album, much like my other theory of a lot of double albums is that instead of giving us 2 fucking discs, 30 songs, take the best 12 to 14 of those and put it on one disc and give me the best. Make it one dope ass album.
I hear you.
Right? So that's what I probably think with Art of War could have been done. Right? They had fucking 15 on each.
Art of War could have been an EP for me. They could have given me 7 of their hottest tracks on there, and I would have been
But
fine.
that came out 20 years ago, so that's not a thing. That's 20 years ago.
I'm sure it
But,
was a thing back then.
I feel like it's called Art of War, and you yourself said that an album, is art. you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like they give us that much because they're piecing together this collage.
This is only a one man's opinion, though. This is
Of
how
course,
I
no,
like
of
music.
course.
I'm not saying. I
that's-
always will say that an artist is onto himself. Let them
Right.
do what they're gonna do.
Especially like the RZA. Like
Yeah,
that's
man.
pretty
Like,
outspoken.
oh yeah, and Wu-Tang Forever, both albums was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there are
both-
certain
both-
artists that
both-
you can
both
expect.
sides.
You can expect a quality
You're
track
right about
listing
that.
from through and through,
You're right
and then
about
there are
that.
certain artists that you're just like, I'm good with like 5 tracks from you, and I don't need much else. You know.
So listen, so like Street's Disciple, the Nas album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that he should have taken the best tracks from both and put it on one
But see,
album.
I liked a lot of those songs.
Yeah,
I think.
but
what
I
it
bet
is
you
is-
can find at least. I bet you can find, if you really went to the track list, listen through it, you can really condense it into one album.
You probably could.
Maybe 15 songs. A double album, I would forgive it at a 15 song. 15 is okay for me actually.
You gotta.
I prefer 12. As we go higher, I like it a little lesser, unless every subsequent song afterward is a banger, right?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know, maybe I require a lot from the artist. But I feel like if you put 12 songs out, you don't need to release an album every fucking 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. Take a year and a half and create a great album.
Right.
Give me 12 songs. I want an intro that's fucking banging. I want an outro that's fucking banging. And I want a good body of work in between.
But see, look.
You know, give me a
I'll say
title
this.
track. Give me like a nice arrangement of the tracks. You know, I think it's easier to really organize and create a better product when you have lesser. When you add 4 or 5 other songs that you maybe not so sure about, right? And I understand sometimes the label pushes certain songs to be put on an album.
Okay.
I get that. I just don't really care for. That's why this Nicki Minaj 19 songs to me. I don't think she needs to put 19 songs.
But
on.
here's the thing with that: the artist is speaking to who they cater to, right? And what I mean by that is, Nicki Minaj has her barbs or her followers. They would love to hear a 19-track album from her.
Right.
Like, okay, use this example. I'm not a big fan of him anymore, but Lil Wayne, right? When the Carter 2 came out, that was what, 20 tracks, something like that,
That's
right
true.
around there.
Yeah.
I fucked with pretty much every song on that album.
Honestly though. Yeah.
So it really just kind of depends.
That goes with what I just said though.
But that was also a compilation of beats, and that was just like old shit that you're like, I want to hear this, you know. And then Wayne spitting over it, you know. So it's like,
Yeah. But I mean, for sure, like anything else, you
like,
have your
like
favorites.
you're gonna want to hear the whole album,
But
and
the
you're
kind
gonna
of-
think it's all fire because you know all of the music, and then you're hearing this new shit over it from Wayne.
You
Like,
saying from the Carter 2?
yeah.
No, the Carter 2 was like an actual album though.
Well, so I'm thinking it was mixtapes.
You're thinking of a
Yeah.
mixtape. The Carter 2
Oh,
was
like
an
the
actual
lead,
album.
something
Right.
like
No, the Carter 2 goes with what I said. If you're going to give me more songs than like a 12 to 15 album joint, make them good.
But this is where
Most of the
this is
songs
where
on
what you're
that
saying-
album were good.
This is what you're saying.
Maybe
different
2 or
from
3
What I'm
of them,
saying
no.
is, we will consider that shit good, but the Barbs will consider all the way up to 19 good songs because they're fans.
They're stands.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna cater to your fan base, and you know what? I'd rather hear a 19 track. That's actually a good question. Would you prefer a 19 track album over a 7 track album?
Man, that's a good fucking question.
It is.
I guess you're gonna it really would depend on the artist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Because
could
do
do-
you want 7 or 19? Yeah.
Well, there are artists.
Would
that
I
are
rather
like
hear
my
7
usual.
songs from a person
Right, right.
or 19? Is it too much or
Exactly.
too little of their voice? Like,
Exactly.
if I feel like at 7 songs they're getting close to where my ear is like, all right, I'm done listening. Like, at 10 songs, is it enough for me? Because at 19, am I just like, god damn, pulling my ears off, listening? It all depends, I guess.
But see, for
But
me,
it's all relative as
it,
well.
doesn't feel that way because there, first of all, was a time period like 15 years ago where pretty much every album that came out was 16 to 20 songs.
Agreed.
There was
but
a good time period like that.
you're
And-
ignoring the
and
skits.
No. On top of that, well, yeah, but even sometimes with
Skits,
the
there were like 4 or 5 skits.
But on top of that, though, we were also that was a time period where we'd have one album come out, and that's all we listened to for 2-3 months. So that artist's voice, if they got tired of them in your head quickly, that's not somebody you were listening to.
Our music absorption, or the way we absorb music, is different now. We've
It is.
evolved. So I don't think the way we would have listened to music back then is not to be applied to the way we listen to music now. Because back then we only had such little amounts of music, right? Like you said, we would be able to listen to one album or 2 albums for like 2 months.
Because actually,
so we didn't have oversaturation of a music.
Where
Now we do. So we're like, God damn, I'm just
this is where I disagree with the point right now. We talked about this, I think, last week, and we were saying how, you know, the amount of music that comes out, there's still the same amount of quality of music that comes out, and then there's just a bunch of other bullshit on top of it that we don't care for, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, we're still listening to the same amount of music from the same amount of artists.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah, give me that, because I'm waiting for
Back in the day, we only had one way to really get music, other than when downloading came, that was a whatever. But back in the day, it was you either are going to get it from a Best Buy, or you're going to get it from a Circuit City, or you're going to... There was only that way to get music, right? So you just went, you looked for a certain artist. I mean, and there was a lot of CDs, but you knew what you went to the rap section or the R&B, the rock, and you picked what you wanted.
But that
Now-
also separates the people who depend on the radio for their new music to the people who put a CD on and listen to the whole thing.
Now, dude, this has 1 billion songs on it, right? 1 billion different artists that I have to fucking filter through to find. So now, by the time I find the artist I'm looking for, I've heard all this bullshit. It's like, you know, when you buy cologne, or you go smell cologne,
And so
they keep giving you coffee beans to like clear the palate out.
Yeah, right.
There needs to be like something like that when it comes to music, because it's just so much. You're like, bullshit. Oh man, that's dope. Bullshit. So by the time you find like a few artists you like, you've gone through like 20 people that are just sounding the same, and it's terrible, right? But again, I can't say terrible. It's only terrible to me. It's to each his own, right?
True.
But I'm just saying that's why I feel like some albums back in the day were different than they are now.
What I think.
Would you agree
is
with
the best
that?
way.
How many? Think about a Redman album. Redman had 22 tracks on the album, but like 7 or 8 skits. Take them out, he's got a 15-track album that's banging. Unfortunately, the skits tied them together.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do what Alive Jennings did, and you connect it to the song and don't put a skit separate, but just make it onto the song
But
itself.
how many people skip through that?
Which
shit?
I hated, because when you had it on the no, what the fuck were they before? The iPod. When you had the iPod on shuffle, it would shuffle the Life Jennings album, but you would get like the ending skit, and the skit would go to the next. It would be a
That's like-
you'd be like, what the fuck?
That's like Good Kid, Mad City too, where it have his little skits at the
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
That's true.
You know?
But okay, so
that's my only thing. That's if you're talking about the difference between those old albums and now. I feel like a lot skits took a large portion.
I really don't think a lot has changed. This is how I feel about it. To summarize, this is what I think. It really depends on the artist who's dropping it, who wants to hear it, right? So you got 100,000 people who, you know, Book of Ryan came out and that's like 18, 19 tracks, something like that. Me, I listen to it all the way through every single time.
Who wants to hear it?
Yes, because there's so Book of Ryan, I listen to it all the way through every time I hear it, right?
Okay.
Nicki Minaj, this album, I'm gonna skip fucking every 3 or 4 songs to get to the next one that I actually like, probably. Same thing with Travis Scott. So with these long albums that came out, it really they're speaking to who they cater to, you know? Like all the people who want to hear it, they're gonna go through every 19 one of those tracks.
But you just said it right now. For you, right? You know you like the Book of Ryan.
But that's how it was back then.
But to go through Nicki Minaj and Travis Scott, you're just like,
But
you
that's
know,
how it
you're
was
just
back
hearing
then.
a whole bunch of bullshit. No, not really though, because you're listening to one album, and you're not like, if you went and you got an album and it sucked, that's it. What other music source did you have but the other albums you bought?
Right.
Or the radio? So it's not like you just were like, okay, now I'm gonna just go random on
But
Spotify
in
and like skip
today-
500 songs.
In today's era, where there's a bunch of bullshit music that comes out, I skip them all anyways and probably end up back at one of those older artists. So like, for me, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, right? Every time a Blueprint came out or a Volume came out, I listened to that shit all the way through, over and over and over and over and over again.
Because you had,
But
you
now-
could and you had to.
But even back then, some random shit would come out and I'd be like, I don't like this, I listen to maybe one song and skip through.
Right.
So it's all about your taste when it comes down to it, you know, and that's how it's always been.
I'm gonna agree with that, but I'm just saying that the way we absorb music now, because of this phone, has it very convoluted. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's very just. it's a murky way to find the surface for which I'm the surface me being the music you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
So you're just like fucking fuck, because the phone is so goddamn. It's so deep.
Yeah.
There's so much shit in here, but you can't get to it all. So you're just like, where's the fucking artist I'm looking for, right? I think I'm kind of like losing the argument in a sense, but what I'm meaning is, I agree. Like the artist is going to put out music, and those who want to hear it will hear it all, right? But I'm talking about us, the ones who don't want to hear that music, but we're listening to it, okay, just to give it a shot, right? And then we have this podcast, so we want to try to listen to this music, right? But also look for the music we're enjoying. So now you're just going through it's just a lot of like filler.
Yeah. It is, for sure. I mean,
And I've
more
always
filler
been
nowadays.
I've always been disappointed by filler, man.
But again, there's more filler nowadays than there was back then, but we still have like that particular amount of high quality products still coming out, just with a bunch of filler on top of it.
Like we were talking about last week, yeah.
Right. So I mean, like I was on Twitter the other day and there's some guy talking about, I think so far Travis Scott has album of 2018, and I was like, no, like we talking about
one,
and I was like,
we've got months left.
Well, right. So he asked
Nas is supposed to be releasing a new album soon.
So he asked me what I thought it was, and I was like, oh yeah, like Book of Ryan to me, hands down. I mean, Black Thought's probably to get the best EP. Yeah. And he was like, oh, I listened to Book of Ryan for like maybe a week, and then I stopped listening to it. I was like, well, Astroworld hasn't been even out the whole week right now, so what the fuck are you talking about? And then he pretty much just kind of lost that argument. But I'm like, I guess again, it just kind of depends on what you're looking forward to and what kind of taste of music you have.
Yeah.
And
I guess the search bar helps that, but I just mean that there's so much, it's oversaturated, the music market right now,
right.
And it didn't used to be that way.
Because now it can be oversaturated, and everybody can still succeed.
I used to be like, why is Wayne putting out so many mixtapes?
True.
So many mixtapes. Why is he doing this? And then the next thing you know, music, the floodgates open, and music just became, you can put it here.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I'm going to segue now from what you said about Wayne. I was actually looking, and there was some question that came up, and I think it's a good, I don't know, debate on it or whatever, good discussion topic. They said, now that Wayne is out of his contract and the Carter 5 can happen,
Oh, right.
should he have put out Carter 5 the way he originally created it, or should he scrap the whole thing and make a brand new
Pretty
version
sure
of
the
Carter 5?
first episode I said, who wants to hear the Wayne album from 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Did I not say this though? We have to go back.
But I'm not sure if it was part of the fandom episode or not. See, that's what
no. But I don't think
I always get the first two, like the fandom episode you guys will never see, or maybe you'll see, who knows?
One day.
Or the first episode, if that,
Yeah. But I did say it, right? And I still stand by it. But I don't know that I want to hear a Wayne album from now.
Right. I thought about it a little bit, and that's where I was going with that.
I think I'm ready for it.
See, Wayne 10 years ago was a fucking dope lyricist.
If we can get Wayne from 10 years ago here now.
Yeah, because right now,
Please.
Because right now, this Wayne, God knows what the fuck.
Listen.
So I would rather hear what he initially had.
So what year was Carter 5 supposed to come out?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
What year did the Carter 3 come out?
Carter 4.
No, Carter 3 I'm thinking about. With Mrs. Officer, Mrs. Officer.
Wow, I forgot about that song.
That was a terrible impression.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I've been trying to hit high notes today, and I just haven't been able to.
Honey green tea.
So Carter 2 was 05.
Wow.
And with 2007 or 8, we're talking for 3.
Yeah, I think so.
So that means that
Carter 4 came out then in 2011.
no, I don't want to hear that album.
Well, I know for sure, but I'm just gauging like when Carter 5 might have been complete. So let's say
2013?
2012. The way he was putting out music back then, I would say probably 2012.
I don't know that I want to hear that. I think at that point Wayne had started to kind of decline.
Yeah.
The lean had really gotten to him a bit.
Listen, look, Jay put out 3 volumes and then he moved to a different album title. It's probably a good formula for how you should.
I don't know any other album names. Let's just name it Carter everything. Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And that's when you know his.
Especially when the shit when the shit sells.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Well, because it's that recognizable name.
Then I
Oh,
was
it's
gonna
Carter.
keep this and just make volumes of it.
Yeah. But that's when you know his creativity just started to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say my opinion. I don't know that I want to hear that from that year, a Carter from that year, and I definitely don't want to hear a Wayne album from
Ever
him
again?
spitting now. Actually, you know what? I don't know that I want to hear another Wayne album.
No, I honestly, Carter 2 and Carter 3 were the only two that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, they were dope. Those were dope projects.
Yeah.
There was that mixtape with I Feel Like Dying.
Yeah, that was a crazy,
That whole
tripped
shit
out,
was ridiculous.
drugged out, ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like that was like his relapse.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Alright, well,
So
so
been nuts.
that's what we got there. Let's see, and then just a short mention right here. Vinny Paz announced a new album. If you're a Jedi Mind Tricks fan,
That should be good. He's got a man. Who was I talking to about were we talking about the top 5 rap voices?
Yeah, I think
Something we might have to. We're gonna have a. We
should bring that back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We have to have a segment for that.
Yeah.
we're gonna just keep a lookout.
Yeah.
It may not be in the middle of the podcast. Let's keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
But no, I think you gotta put Vinny Paz as an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, I mean,
For sure. He's got such a crazy delivery.
yeah.
And if you really want to talk about funny voices, Self-Titled's got a crazy funny voice.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
So yeah, September 28th that comes out called The Pain Collector. So be on the lookout for that if you are a Vinny fan.
Do it.
When's the last album he put out, man? It's probably been a while because they used to have that AOTP shit that Army of the Pharaohs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I downloaded
Well,
a bunch
Pharaohs
of
has
Jedi
come out
Mind
in a
shit.
while.
Huh?
Pharaohs hasn't come out in a while.
No, that was a long time ago. That was like 07,
I was
08.
in high school with that.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
I have a bunch of Jedi Mind shit on my playlist.
I have it on my iPod,
They-
which
they-
I can
think
still
they put out a new
use.
album too
That's
this
dope.
year, I believe.
Huh?
I think they put one in 2018. Jedi Mind dropped them.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They're constantly dropping music too, though.
Yeah, I mean that's a collection of music that just it's huge.
Yeah. But again, that's another one of those people that's like an artist or a group that you have to be a fan. You know, it's a cult following for those.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
not.
not everybody's a Jedi Mind fan.
It's the same way for nonfiction, who was kind of
Yeah.
the same.
All those underground guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I get, you could probably ring a lot of names off that I know of just because of with Max. You know, like what I listened to through him. You know, there's a lot I wouldn't have been exposed to just because of, you know, I wouldn't know who Vinny Paz was if it wasn't for him, just because I'm just not. I was always just like whatever, like
C-Mop put me on.
was in the commercial area. I can see that.
Yeah. Let's see what he always rocked around in the car with. But yeah, so I mean, that's exciting, I guess. J. Cole put out some freestyle, or he put out one freestyle, I think so.
Fuck, I really didn't mean to listen to that, you know. I really did. We should.
But he put it on Joe Budden's podcast. He played the whole thing. He did it over the Uchiwali beat.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I heard some of it. I didn't hear it all. I gotta go ahead and give it a listen today. And then didn't Drake release another freestyle a while back?
Probably.
Like a week ago or something
I'm not
like
sure.
that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like
No, there was the one where because they've been talking about that
Because
line.
he did that European shit, right?
They've been talking. What do you mean?
Where like he released it. I think it was like more of a European release that he.
That was
set it up.
well. I don't know about that. I just know he released a freestyle with the album. With the line something about checks over stripes, something like that. Like, because I think he lost it.
Oh yeah. Now I do know what you're talking about. Actually, there was something where he pretty much alluded to the fact that he lost that deal.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So like Pusha T did some damage apparently. You know, not that it's really hurting Drake because he's Drake.
And I'm assuming that he got some pretty good money from Nike.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine.
You know,
Which I mean, if I had the choice, I would sign with Nike over Adidas just because I'm a big Jordan head.
Well, plus the Adidas curse. So, yeah.
Well, yeah.
so there be that.
Stay away from that. So check out that J. Cole freestyle. It's pretty good. I think it's better than pretty much any song he had in his album this year. To be
I
honest.
wasn't a fan of that album. I think we've spoken about it though.
There was
so I don't need to beat the dead horse.
I mean,
Actually, I think I really did scream about that.
it might have.
There was a couple tracks I enjoyed, but it's
Yeah, right. Me too.
it's J. Cole, so you're going to, you know.
Right.
see. Then we could talk about. I don't know why this guy comes up every fucking week, but he just seems to always be on some jackass shit. Tekashi 6ix9ine. So this dumb motherfucker is facing prison time, and he may have to register as a sex offender.
Good. The prosecutor suggested 1 to 3 years.
Yep, not looking good for Buddy, but he probably is safer in jail than on the streets.
I don't know about that.
I feel like there's probably a lot of people trying to kill him.
As a sex offender, if he goes to jail, no.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
He goes to jail as a sex
agree.
offender, it's over for him. They'll definitely not keep him in Gen Pop. He's going to protect.
I don't know that they care. Didn't like T.I. go to Gen Pop?
Yeah, but T.I. went for just some G shit. Like he wasn't on no pedophilia or whatever. Like it was literally just T.I. was on some, I guess, gangster shit. T.I. had guns.
Yeah, like people would kill this guy.
How old is Tekashi?
Like 20 something.
He looks like he's like
Early
14.
Maybe 21, 22.
Early 20s.
22, I think, maybe.
That's crazy.
No, that guy, he's consistently in shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny, him, YG wants, he's like, man, I can't wait till we meet up.
Everybody wants to whip his ass. That's why initially
I just don't understand how it hasn't happened yet.
That's true.
Because having him on one of your songs is going to get you a lot
Of course,
more
we've
plays.
talked about this. He don't even have it. He is probably never gonna release an album, man. And if he goes to jail,
He doesn't have to.
yeah. No, but he definitely don't have to. He's just.
Although this is probably going to hurt him a little bit. So.
Oh, this not a little bit. This can hurt a lot.
Oh, sure.
3 years. If he goes for 3 years, that's it. I don't think he goes
He's
for 3.
done.
But if he goes for 3, it's
Right.
it's a wrap.
Then he has no like base after like fan base.
Because the way music changes and evolves, man, there's no way that music that he'll be that they'll need him anyway at that point. In 3 years, they'll find a new person. Somebody with
He's
like
not going to go for him.
somebody with like a
That's
45 on
only
their
if he
head.
gets maximum time.
And he's not going to get
Right.
that.
No, but even I think a year and a half,
He'll
Kinda
probably
really
like,
hurts
slap
his-
the rest or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
because I mean, what's his name? What's the dude's name that's in jail right now? Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
He's in there till I think 2020.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, you got. I guess it depends
He's been in there
on how
for
bright
like
your
4
star
years
is
now.
shining. Because you got like Gucci who went to jail.
Yeah, but Gucci came back and Gucci's thriving.
My man lost like 200 pounds and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Let's-
We'll see. I really don't care if he comes back successful or not.
No, not
That's
at
just a
all.
piece
But
of shit,
you know,
clearly. So, there's not a whole lot more music I want to talk about, but I do have a big question for you guys after we get through our music topics that I'd like to bring up.
Okay.
So, we can go right now. Dave Chappelle was at Kylie Jenner's birthday party and was singing Lauryn Hill songs. I was like, that's a little interesting.
you saw the video?
No, I just saw
Oh man, is there video of this shit?
There probably is.
He was
It's
singing
funny,
Lauryn
there's
Hill.
video of everything.
Dave Chappelle got the grittiest
This video
voice
of
on
me
the
taking
planet
shit.
right now. Dave Chappelle's voice sounds like
Yeah.
like two bricks being scraped together and shit.
But it works and it's hilarious. So
It does.
the reason why I bring that up, people are like, "Oh, well, why is Chappelle at her birthday party?" I'm like, "Cause it's Dave Chappelle. Who the fuck doesn't want this guy at their party?"
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing he got some. He got what's it called? What's the word what for the fee they get when they come?
Oh yeah, whatever that. I don't know, but he definitely got paid for
Yeah.
that. Especially this bitch is about to be a billionaire, which I don't understand. But whatever.
Yo,
Yeah. So it is what it is.
I don't know what to say other than I can't hate.
Chappelle, if you want
I
to
don't
come to my
understand-
next
I
birthday
don't
party,
understand
you
people-
invited, baby.
I don't understand people that hate that. Like,
Smell through the bag, baby.
yes,
Still to the bag, man.
Let's see, and then last thing for music. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry, I was wrong. There was 3 things. Now there's 2 things. On the Run tour
glorified.
2 is
Yeah, it's in town.
that's why I said glorified.
It is
Anyways.
in town.
What?
On the Run tour 2.
Oh yeah.
That Jay-Z bag.
How much was it? Have you looked to see how much the tickets
No,
are?
because I probably shit myself.
There's a
Is
lot
it
of-
$3,000?
Yeah,
There's no way I'm. Well,
today and tomorrow, man.
it's in the
Friday and
United
Saturday.
Center, so I mean, I don't know. I've never been to a concert in the United Center.
Look, Jay was here I think last year or something.
You don't want to do that.
And they were like,
Really, probably
You
not.
know,
it was like $350 for nosebleeds at the United Center. last
Nah.
year. So this year with Beyonce added, you ain't getting in there
Like-
for under $500.
I just want to go see Jay.
Me too.
Yeah, man.
Before his ass retired
I've
for
never
good.
seen him live.
I don't think Jay's retiring. He's only gonna get better and older.
I don't think Jay's gonna retire like to do like solo.
Look, my man is pushing 50 years old.
I think he's just gonna be with his wife making music now.
Right.
He's pushing 50 years old. He's gonna retire soon.
They just made On the Run 2 after a year of the first one, so it's just gonna like continue. I feel.
Well, I hope so, but it's gonna get probably more expensive if that's the case.
Oh man.
And now that we're on a digital era of music, these tours are going up. Like the cost is rising because that's how they're making their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're making it like grand production.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's really. I mean, it's. I don't know. There's a lot of people who I still want to see in concert, so it kind of hurts me because I'm like, I'm not paying those prices to go see you, but.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about seeing people that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that much to see you that I'm gonna pay you anyway.
But if you thought about it like this, right? Every album, if you have like one of these streaming services like Apple Music or whatever, you can download the full album.
Yeah.
Look at every album that comes out that you would normally buy. Even if you put away that $9.99, you probably by the end of the year have enough to go to a concert and you buy like 2 tickets. You're saving a lot of money without having to buy a solid copy nowadays.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where they're capitalizing, I think. And I'm still not
what is
gonna
it,
do
$11 a month at the most?
something like that, yeah.
1080 something, 1086.
Yeah, I
Weird
pay
fucking number.
$6.99.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah, I pay $5.99 a month, and I think what 7 albums that came out in August that people think are significant at this point.
Right.
And you get to listen to all those for one flat fee.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that artists deserve, a good. Well, actually, is that something that do we have that on the list to talk about? What they were talking about in terms of how much
Like
the streaming service.
like that.
No, the streaming service. Is that what that's related to?
I think it's part of it.
How much the streaming services have made for through the year, and artists have only made like 10% of have only received 10% of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember.
I don't know enough about it to talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
but I mean, regardless, it's in the billions, like really large billion numbers.
Oh yeah.
So, whatever that number is, they're only saying that artists have only received 10% of that.
Yeah, right.
And the majority, artists have only made 10% of that, and most of that has come from the touring.
Oh yeah, they're even tapping into their touring money for that stuff now. I don't know. I'm not an artist I don't know enough about it. We should definitely do some research on it and have a good discussion about it. But
yeah, one day we're gonna come here with a lot more facts.
yeah, 'cause right now we're just about what them TTs, them trending topics be about. So we'll give you the best what we can for that. But
No, definitely. Like we said, you're just continuously trying to get better.
Yeah.
I think every week we get a little more structured and not necessarily structured, but just
find our flow a little bit.
yeah.
For real this time, last music related story that I have, Kanye West on Kimmel. I think this is something that if you've been pissed off at Kanye, this is something that's going to put a little smile on your face.
I don't understand.
Super stumped.
I don't understand why he's so one-sided on this, but tries to preach both parties.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
West
for people who
is
didn't
crazy.
see it, right? Kanye West was on Jimmy Kimmel last night, and mind you, this is Friday. Was it the 10th today?
See.
Figured that's a significant portion. Anyway, so he was on Kimmel last night, and Jimmy Kimmel said something like, "Oh, well, you're very famously known for saying George Bush does not care about black people. What makes you think Trump does, or any people for that matter?" And Kanye was just blank faced, like,
Silent. Yeah.
and then they cut to commercial because Kanye was.
Kanye went to the sunken place real quick. Like,
like damn.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like stunned.
that guy, I don't know. I think that as calculated as he can be thrown off of his square relatively easy.
Yeah.
Well, then I saw something that said Kanye is not smart, he's creative. There's a difference, you know?
I don't even know. I used to
He
think
could
he
be.
was intelligent.
He is.
He
I
probably
don't know,
is.
man.
mean,
I think that there's two sides to him, and I don't know that the crazy allows the intelligence to actually shine through.
yeah. I mean, who knows?
Because
Regardless, I just thought it was funny to see that he was stumped. I'm like, yeah, good question, motherfucker.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
super stumped. Fuck Kanye though.
Yeah. So
good ass fake news.
So we're gonna segue into sports, namely basketball. But before we do that, this little intersection between rap and sports, I want to go ahead and ask you guys this question because it's something I thought about a little bit this week, and I didn't really want to give you guys time to think about it. So I was like, I'm just gonna ask you on a podcast.
Okay.
In today's era of basketball, you have people like LeBron, like KD, who have switched teams. And if you are a avid fan, you're typically looking at them like, oh, well, that kind of hurt their legacy moving, because they're ring chasing, right?
Right.
So, my question is, from a musical standpoint, is there something you can do, not politically, right? Xing out all kind of political connotations. Is there something you can do, not politically, that tarnishes your legacy for sure?
From a musical standpoint?
From a musical standpoint, is there an equivalent to ring chasing? You know? Or does this day's era kind of make that impossible? Because I mean, you're not like switching labels to go platinum. You're not, but you can also feature people who are popping, and that can maybe help you out. You know?
It's hard. Like, it's not hard to ruin your career, but when you are a legacy, it's hard to ruin their legacy. Case and mother fucking point. Mr. Robert Kelly.
Yeah. Right. So from a legal standpoint, that's fine. As long as we're not talking politics in this. Because, you have... So Kanye, I guess to a large extent, is like, oh, he's talking about... He's a Trump supporter and, slavery was a choice. And people were like, oh, I want to kill you now. Like, your music sucks. Fuck you. So,
but people still listen to his album.
I was trying to look at this from both sides, and it was really hard to come up with anything as well. So, like, NBA, you're leaving your team because fuck loyalty nowadays. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be the rap world, but that's what I paid the most attention to.
Yeah.
So to you guys, do you see any, like, and I know you said you can't really think of anything, but like any specific actions you can take, even outside of your music, to some degree in the personal life of these artists? Is there something they can do that tarnishes their legacy, like, for sure once you do it?
In their personal life, you said?
So their legacy for their careers, but is there something even in their personal life that they can do? Like, I look at Chris Brown as an example for this, right? So he had his problem with Rihanna.
I feel like if Chris Brown wrecked out, like if he wrecked a car, and he's hanging out of it with coke, and like a bottle of Henny or some shit, like that's definitely.
No, I don't think so.
But see, this is why I'm going with this because
I think
he had his fallout. He had his thing with Rihanna.
Not to use Chris Brown as an
He
example.
had cops at his house, like, because of
Just saying.
drugs and, like, violence disturbances.
Right.
There's all types of things that, like, to a normal person, the people around you are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But his fan base is so strong that they still fucking fuck with his music.
Regardless of what you think of the man, you definitely cannot deny he is one of the most talented people we have on the planet.
Well, yeah, but I
right
mean, just
now.
in general. So is there a different
Singing,
artist?
dancing, he's creative as all fuck.
Is there a different artist that could
You don't agree with that, Dave?
Not singing anymore.
You said anymore?
There are better artists that are better singers right now.
Better singers, but not better complete artists.
Yeah, he's a complete artist.
To sit there and dance on stage, not sit there and dance, to dance on stage for an hour and a half and hit every note and be fucking pop locking and doing backflips while he's hitting a falsetto.
If he's doing tours like that, then that's admirable.
That's what he does?
Well, sure. And listen,
Chris Brown tours like
I
that.
feel like
I agree with
not
this,
every show though. Like
No,
just give
that's
him,
Chris
that
Brown.
100.
Chris Brown tours like that.
No, like record track behind him, like
Like no, he's Chris Brown.
Right.
I mean, I guess unless he loses his voice, but that's
Listen,
that's an.
I don't want to cut you guys off, but I'm going to go and pull my glorified mediator card. This is not about Chris Brown, so I don't care about that.
I just got that.
That's true.
I don't care about Chris Brown right now.
You're right.
So let's take it to a different artist then, right? Usher had a story about getting herpes.
Yeah.
Do you think that hurt his legacy?
No.
You don't think so? What's the last thing you heard about Usher outside of him getting herpes?
So as soon as I said no, I felt like I didn't hear shit about Usher.
I haven't heard shit about Usher.
I have Usher's at Gumball right now, the car rally over in Europe.
Okay, but I didn't hear about that.
Well,
And remember, I'm talking
about
I'm talking about tarnishing your musical legacy.
I don't think it's
right?
tarnished.
But what's the last thing you heard about him? Yeah, he's at Gumball.
I
So
guarantee you,
what?
I bet you
Any
Usher
fans
drop.
care?
I bet you Usher drop another album. It goes fucking ridiculous.
Whoa, but like that's not going right now though.
Huh?
That isn't out right now though.
I bet you he is not working.
True.
So
Yeah, like I'm sure he's in the studio.
Yeah, almost
Hopefully
definitely.
he is.
And if he's not, I think maybe that's by choice.
Yeah.
Probably got mad dough. Why the fuck? I'm gonna just do the dude. He's driving a ridiculous car out in Europe for this fucking rap, dude.
okay, well look, let's look at this from a different standpoint, right? You got your artists that are your Jay-Z's, your Nas's, your people who are like big, no matter what they drop a big album, people run into it, right? What about your people who have? There are so many artists that have come and gone, dropped one album, put out like a big hit,
Oh, one
and
hit
then
wonders?
disappeared. One hit wonders all day.
Oh,
so
before
so
you said
what-
that, what about Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre beat his girl and went on to be a billionaire in the music industry.
So across the let's say generally speaking across the board, there's not one thing you can do that's gonna fuck up your
No.
legacy as an artist.
And it all depends on the artist and the situation and what they did. Because a lot of depending on the artist,
And
they can
also
become
how
overcome
much
it.
of a voice that artist has.
Yeah.
Is there something that'll make you look at that artist sideways now?
Because not everybody can get
Oh,
over
I
that
mean,
shit.
yeah. Depending on what
Because
they
I
do.
think as time goes by, those things get forgotten, right?
Yeah.
But
Time heals
but now
all.
from
all.
an NBA standpoint, you have maybe a 14-year career ahead of you, right? When you
Because
get
that's
drafted.
a team sport.
It is. So, but you got 14 years ahead of you after you get drafted, let's say. But, okay, rap can be a team game as well. You got Outkast who had a falling out, but still
Yeah.
everybody respects Andre and Big Boy the same way they always have.
I don't know that they've fallen out as much as just don't work together musically anymore.
Based off that T.I. track that had 3K on there, he said, we're talking about his rap partner, my bad, for fucking up the tour or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think to some degree they did have a falling out.
Man, I feel like hearing that song now. I haven't heard that in a while. What's that off of?
Paper Trail, I think.
Ah, yeah.
But something significant enough to make them break up, but still make music. You know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's all situational. I don't think you can say there's one. They're all one-offs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say this applies to that.
Okay. Well, I just have to play devil's advocate.
No, that's a good question. But for sports is different because sports are a team sport, and anything you do, if it's us three and two other people running up the court, and Adam's running the ball up, and I ask Adam for the ball, and he throws it at me, but not really. He throws it over me and into the crowd. Well, he just turned the ball over for all of us.
But that's not going to hurt your legacy in general.
But I'm
The
saying,
making moves that.
but I'm saying,
So that could potentially might.
to
you know?
dude, what did
Maybe
Jr. do?
maybe
Jr.
within
just
the league,
Jr.
right? But
JR.
I'm talking about fans. Yeah, it's not going to make people want to sign him, but people.
He cost them one game possibly, right? One game. What does that mean? Probably inconsequential, but not. Well, actually, I think I told you last week. Some team was talking about they were looking for him. I don't think he gets re-signed for much more than like a veteran minimum, regardless. But I only say that that example because you can then extrapolate that a little bit, and
Extrapolate that.
you know,
Use
so
some
like
big-ass words.
you know.
4 syllables and shit.
Shut up. Anyway, so if you're a teammate and instead of passing the ball over my head, you, like LeBron, lead the team without telling me first, and I hear with everybody else in the world, right? That's kind of the same thing in my head. Like you're,
Okay, but
like you've exponentially increased the degree and the effect it has negatively.
So then, okay.
Team sports.
Looking at it from an organizational standpoint, does that differ from a fan standpoint? Because
Hold on,
now,
hold on.
if you're in the NBA, right,
Well, I
and
mean,
LeBron
it
is
differs. lose. Yeah.
Yeah, so LeBron's hopping teams. You still want LeBron on your team. You don't
Right.
give a fuck that he
Oh,
left
Miami
Cleveland.
was super happy.
You still want LeBron.
Cleveland was pissed.
You still want LeBron as a teammate because you're like, oh, he's gonna bring me to the promised land, blah blah blah, whatever. That's the idea.
It depends on what side of the line you're falling on.
But then the fans, at least of those particular organizations, are like, man, fuck LeBron, like what the fuck. So in music, is there? I mean, I'm sure there is probably many examples, but like something you can do to make the industry look at you different than the fans, you know?
In music, if there's something that make you do. I don't know, man. I think it's very hard.
Like, okay,
What are you talking about? An early act or somebody who's been established? You have to.
I
differentiate.
guess the early acts are probably more susceptible to that.
An early act can fuck it up very easily, and that's it. This day and age, though,
But do people-
they give a lot
But
more
do
chances.
people
That's
separate people's music from their outside life?
No, not anymore. Not with social media.
So now you think
I-
R.
I
Kelly's
look-
career is fucked, and that would make Usher's career fucked.
Who do you wanna-
That would
who do
make
you wanna
Chris
look-
Brown's career fucked?
Whose story do you want to look up on Instagram? Because I can look up all these famous people. See what they did 5 fucking minutes ago, right? That's why you can't disconnect the artist from the personal life.
Well, but that's what I'm
because
saying,
they
though.
are intertwined now.
I hear you, and that's what I'm saying. So now you said Chris Brown's legacy with his fans can't be fucked, even though he did some crazy public shit. Usher's career, who's focused around women audience, him having herpes now doesn't
But
change
she
that
lied.
at all.
He don't have
R.
herpes.
Kelly, who's been raping kids since the fucking 90s, that motherfucker doesn't have any kind of effect on his audience. Like
His audience is old women. They want them draws. They don't give a fuck.
Black
They
Panthers.
really don't care though. Yeah. Right.
They don't. They just want R. Kelly.
I don't know.
Cause when a woman's fed up.
I guess. I just figured, you know what? That's a question that since we heavily focus, I figure since we heavily focus on the NBA and on rap, that it's a question that kind
You
of
like
ties those two together.
That was
you know?
that was so spot on.
Yeah, like Mark Kelly.
That was so spot on.
I just ignored your R. Kelly.
That was so good. One more time.
Nah.
Hit me with it though.
Nah.
Can you hit me with it though?
Nah, I can't.
Can you hit me with it though?
Nah, I don't want.
But can you hit me with it?
I don't like being made
But
fun
can you hit me?
But how many of those examples have you experienced in real life when a woman's fed up? You know,
I don't know, man.
like all of them.
I mean,
Let's
I
just
do not want to.
That's not a
next
question I
topic,
really actually
please.
like.
Thank you very much.
For sure. So, all right. Now that question's out of the way, let's get into a little bit of.
Yeah.
We're starting to run a little long for our normal podcast type of shit.
A little long.
A little long.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I hope y'all don't mind
We're very interesting, so stick around. Let's see. The first thing I got on the docket in no particular order. The Knicks decided to exercise their stress provision on Joe Kimmel. Stretch.
I don't know too much about it. I only understand it to allow them to somehow stretch his salary that he's owed over a few seasons to alleviate some of the burden on the salary cap for that specific year.
See, I feel like it could have been stretch or stress. You know, because they're.
I hear you.
Agreed, but it's not.
But whatever. All right. So I mean, it's good. It's not very often.
I don't know what to say.
End of story.
It's not very often I see any news about Joakim Noah anymore.
Yo,
And-
do you follow him on Instagram?
No. Oh yeah, I do.
That man's wild as fuck.
What's up with this like blonde beard?
Dude had a blonde beard in Jamaica for like 2 months straight.
He's a very strange cat. I'm not gonna lie.
Now he's like in LA working out with like I don't know, Jimmy Butler or Taj Gibson, I think. Dude, I think there's a
He
chance
just
that
misses the Bulls.
There-
Like,
there's-
that's all it is.
Yeah.
there's a chance that the Timberwolves this next year could be a Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose on South.
All they're missing is Luol Deng.
Yeah, Lou all day, right? Could you imagine that shit though?
No, because that dude, I don't know that dude.
With Tom Thibodeau coaching.
I might move to Minnesota just for that.
With Tom Thibodeau as a
You're on
coach.
your own with that
I
one,
couldn't
bro.
feel.
For a good season.
You are on your own with that one.
I don't mean to offend you if you're from Minnesota, but
Just
I
to
can't
watch-
listen to that accent
just to watch that?
every single day with everybody.
I will say you're right though. You damn sure could probably get some really cheap tickets.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, probably.
You could probably get season tickets. Who the
Without a
fuck goes
goddamn
to Minnesota?
No, not a goddamn person.
Probably a lot of people,
Who
but just the
lives in
people who stay
Minnesota,
there. You know?
Huh?
Who
This
lives
is
in
people who-
Minnesota?
I don't know. A moose.
That's like Rockford.
A moose and
That's
two
like-
bears.
That's like Rockford, Illinois, fucking Naperville, Illinois, and like Schaumburg, Illinois.
Like collectively?
But there's a lot of people in Schaumburg.
Or no, are you talking about like the size of the
Population.
Land? Oh,
Schaumburg
no,
has
dude.
a crazy population.
Yeah. Schaumburg's big.
Oh, so there's way more than it would.
No, I just told you. Live in
Schaumburg
Minnesota.
alone is Minnesota.
Minnesota's inhabitants are 2 bears, a mountain lion, and like 6 fucking penguin that were imported over just to get some.
Maybe like
But they're there now.
Maybe a car full of Canadians who got lost and accidentally got
That's
the
true.
border.
That's true. No, I mean, back home.
Right, that kind of.
No, I don't know that many people live in Minnesota. I know that bears and mountain lions aren't the only people.
I know at least 12
mountain
people
lions.
live in Minnesota.
Huh?
That's real shit.
So I know at least 12 people live in Minnesota.
You know at least 12 people?
No, I don't personally know.
Oh, but they have a team.
Yes, there's a team there.
Well, then no more. You know more than that. They got
And
a
then the coach. And then,
There's like medical staff.
whoever owns the team.
So I'm gonna say like at least 100 people.
So yeah, like
they got the Vikings.
Staff wise. Yeah.
So basically, only the people that are associated with sports live in Minnesota.
Yeah, let's just say probably 150.
and I'm gonna say not all of them live in Minnesota.
This is true.
That'd
They
be
travel
fucking
to
hilarious.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
You got a game tonight. I'm on the flight from LA.
They're like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's probably the case, to be honest.
I'm on the right.
What the fuck was the original topic you brought up?
Joking, no. But fine, we'll move on from there too.
What you smelling, bro? Shit. Hopefully not shit.
This has been a topic of discussion for our last few episodes. Carmelo Anthony has officially signed to the Houston Rockets to go join his boys Harden and Chris Paul.
Which I think is a good move on,
For him,
Yeah.
I think I said it. Why not try to get this championship?
Exactly.
I saw a press conference and they were asking him something about, coming off the bench again. I guess he said he was referring to somebody that was over like off probably by the doorway or something. He's like, you hear that? They say I gotta come off the bench, and like, kind of like jokingly, basically like, nah, fuck that, I ain't coming off the bench. I don't know that he doesn't.
Yeah.
Is there a for sure thing that
they might start him, to be honest with you.
Is it for sure that Melo is gonna start?
I don't think it's for sure.
It's not for sure, but I think there's a good chance.
What's the starting 5 right now?
I'd really have to look that up because
And he's playing small forward.
outside of Harden and
He's playing
Chris
small.
Paul,
He plays a 3.
let's see.
James Harden's your power forward?
James Harden's your 2, I think. James Harden, yeah, he's your 2.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he was bigger.
Then you got Chris Paul at the 1. Hey, he may start.
He might start. I don't think there's a whole lot of outside of. I mean, clearly there's some talent there, but so you got Harden, Chris Paul. I'm not sure. Clint.
Didn't they get DeAndre? Oh no, Dallas got DeAndre Jordan.
Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon.
He's gonna start.
Oh wait, but they have
He's definitely
Nene,
gonna start.
PJ Tucker, Michael Carter Williams. There's some big names in Houston right now.
Michael Carter Williams has definitely made his way around the league already.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Definitely.
For being what, like 3-4 seasons in.
Yeah, right. No shit though. He's
He was what?
super young.
Philly, Milwaukee, Chicago, and
Chicago very
and
briefly.
Houston?
briefly, and Houston. No,
Yeah.
Chicago very briefly. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
he's
really
gonna be.
excited
He's
about
gonna
that.
just be a journeyman. That's
He
it.
is for sure. Give me a Nate Robinson just to
Yeah,
go
right.
around in the league, see what the world has to offer. Then you said something about the Hawks sent Carmelo a jersey.
Oh, the jersey.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so
We just talked about this. You confused the shit
So
already.
I only saw a post that said it and it was an Atlanta jersey with Anthony on the back, his number. I don't know. It's only speculation. I don't know for sure, but it would be hilarious if they sent it. Yo, speaking of just basketball in general, did you see the clip of?
Oh, in the Drew League, yeah.
Yeah. He it was his own teammate.
He always boxing somebody.
Game's a big motherfucker, man.
He is.
What is he, 6'5", 250?
Is Game 6'5"?
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck.
The big ass.
I thought he was like my height.
Game's big as fuck.
He's always ready to rumble.
Which I'm 5'9", 5'10". But yeah, I thought he was just shorter than that.
No, he's big.
Yeah.
But he, I guess he's always ready to square up. But it didn't look like he was. Sometimes you watch a rapper square up and it's like, oh man, that dude, he can't fight.
Right. That's true. Right.
Oh man, what is he doing?
Well,
He's
it's
gonna get
funny.
his ass beat. Don't do that.
It's funny because as soon as I saw that clip, I was thinking about that. I forgot what song it was on. He's like, that didn't stop me from pretending I was Apollo from Rocky working on my dip game. Now nobody want to box me, so I was like, I wonder if he actually got hands like that. But apparently,
I mean, they said I heard slap, but it might have been a punch.
he just looked like he kind of just.
Yeah, because he got real low.
He walked up to him first and he like.
Also, then he did that afterwards.
And then he came up and started.
That's what.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's an interesting clip. I don't.
That reminds me. Did you see? There was a clip a couple weeks ago of Dave East getting in a little squabble.
Really?
Yeah. Not basketball related, but whatever. It just kind of reminded me.
Yeah.
Fucking game.
Always ready to
Another
fight.
one of my favorite rap voices.
Yeah, for sure. One of the more recognizable ones.
I won't divulge much more information about my favorites. We will debate
This is time for another day.
Yeah. We have to put some stipulations on that.
Let's see, and then we got 76ers and Celtics are playing on Christmas this year. Also, on top of that, I think, so it said last year, Donovan Mitchell, he put a post up on Christmas. He's like, Merry Christmas, everybody. It'd be nice to have, whatever, Utah play on Christmas or something. So they're also playing a Christmas game this year.
That's pretty cool. Kind of came to fruition.
I'm not sure who they're even playing, so I know we got 76ers, Celtics, and Jazz.
Speaking of Celtics,
Yeah.
Was it Tatum who said, we're most definitely getting to the finals this year?
No, what's the other guys? What are the other guys? Byron Russell?
No, that's Byron Russell.
I'm saying,
God damn it!
Utah Jazz
You
from like
you
97.
fucking glorified.
There was
No. Rainier. What the fuck is his last name?
no, not him either.
No, well, either way, one of those motherfuckers was like, we're most definitely making it to the finals this year. Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna say you're not because you've got a pretty stacked team.
They really do.
They do, yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Well, yeah, we'll see when.
Rozier, Teddy Rozier or whatever, and maybe him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see once Kyrie and Gordon Hayward get back and they're.
Yeah, I think Gordon
It all
Hayward
depends how
is the toss-up right now, just based off the fact that injury is just catastrophic sometimes.
It just depends how they mesh those two, and then we can pretty much see where we're gonna go. But
Kyrie had an injury, right? Or he had just
he had a surgery. I
some
think
sort of procedure done.
on his knee.
Yeah, some sort of whatever, the one where they just laparoscopic.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't debate that. I know that they're gonna come out of the top in the East for sure. They're probably going. I think that's what he's gauging it on. The fact that there's nobody in the East. They're gonna run through everybody.
The competition level in the East is
Look at Toronto, the only team that maybe could have had some formidable, competition for them. Now they got rid of the DeRozan, so they ain't shit.
No, right.
I mean, they got Kawhi, but that's yet to be seen what happens there. We don't even know how he's going to perform after this injury.
I mean, Kawhi will probably be a good addition, whatever team he's on now, especially. But I don't know. We'll see how things go. It's not going to be a very formidable East, and the West is really between two teams, to be honest. So.
Yeah, the NBA is only going to be fun to watch because the athleticism. You already know who's going to be in the finals now, or for the most part. You know.
Right.
Well, I guess you could say it's between three teams.
Warriors and probably the Celtics, man. Why wouldn't? Who else in the East has any kind of a team that's poised to make it anywhere past a first round?
Yeah.
They're just gonna let motherfucking Boston walk through that shit.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on there, I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
But you never know, you might be surprised in somebody who was
maybe some
unexpected.
trades will happen. We don't really know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the trade deadline doesn't come for quite some time, so
Right.
that can happen. That's right around All-Star break is when the trade deadline ends, right?
February.
I feel like there's not much in terms of who can move right now or who's looking to move.
When there's a trade, you never know. That shit just pops out of nowhere. But we'll see.
I don't know, man.
Let's see. So then we got. This is just something small that we don't really have to worry about too much, but New Mexico City games in 2018, featuring the Magic hosting the Bulls and Jazz. So
You said Mexico City or New Mexico City?
I put New Mexico City. You know what?
Mexico City, right?
Hang on.
It's gotta be Mexico
that's
City
like
because I don't think
first
there's a New
story.
Mexico City. Yeah, because they're trying to do international.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming it's
NBA Mexico City games. I don't know why I put new there. Whatever.
Glorified, man.
This man.
Shut your hating ass up.
Oh,
It's
man.
all right. I was just about to say the leather on your shoes. Yo, the leather on these shoes looks so goddamn
You
soft.
ain't gonna be me. Let's see, and then
You mad?
honestly, that's all I really have as far as basketball goes. But there's another story for baseball. Just something real quick. If you're a Chicago baseball fan, you probably know this player. So Esteban Loaiza,
Right.
he's an ex-White Sox, I think they said pitcher, right?
Yep.
So he's expected to plead guilty on a coke distribution now.
When was the last year he played? Do you know?
I want to say like 2009.
Do you think he made a good salary when he was playing?
Yeah. He was our
Do you
ace.
think he sniffed it all, or
Esteban
coke with it all?
Loaiza was definitely an ace for 2 years. Like the
Really?
best pitcher on the team for 2 years.
Well, he's gonna either be the pitcher or the catcher now.
Oh! There it is.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, what a man or a woman wants to say the Seinfeld.
All right, well, sorry, guy.
That was quite dumb on your part, though. Just saying.
We can go ahead and move to the sneaker world if you would like. Unless there's any other sports topics you guys have that we have not.
No, man, I think we've covered everything. We've given them enough gibberish for one for 1 week.
This is true, and I feel like, you know what, when it comes to the kicks, it's kind of somewhat basketball related because they're all basketball.
Yeah, you know, sneaker related.
Well, before we get into what is on each of our feet today, then let's talk about feats. Not really.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Alright,
okay. So I'm a big air up tempo fan, and that's more up tempo. Scotty shoe. I have 5 of those in my collection already, so I've been looking at these. There's a pinstripe version of them coming out.
Right.
Really nice. And then there's a.
I do not like them, but yeah.
Can I see them on the sneakers app right now?
Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know. I've been finding them on Twitter constantly, but and then there's a European. What do you call them?
Release
The European line releasing, so it's not just one. There's like 3 or 4.
line, like a collab,
No, well, I guess I don't know. It's like.
only
Like, you know, for instance, with the 10s, when they had like a New York, Chicago, and like a Brazil version or something like that.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that. They just did colorways based off of their. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So those coming out, those look really nice.
Those are the watercolor.
Those are the watercolor
Right.
ones. Those are really nice.
Those ones I'm looking out for.
Yeah, look out for those. I enjoy them. 2, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends where you fall. But 2 not so super positive basketball stories or shoe stories. I'm sorry. There's one for the police in Southside Chicago. Set up a bait truck full of fake MJs.
Right.
So I don't know if they set it up or they participated in the setup of it. Like, not that they put it together, but they
Who
took
else
part
is trying
in
to
it.
set up people besides cops?
I don't know, man.
You know?
I don't know. But I don't put anything past anybody anymore.
It's some real dirtbag shit.
It is, man. I don't know. Yeah, people shouldn't be fucking but it's entrapment, in it?
It is though. It is.
Which is
Because you know they want it. You know people want it. You know?
That shit bugs me, man. But
Yeah, I don't know the specifics on the story, but I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. On a more positive,
I can't find those area tempos.
you'll see them eventually. On a more positive side of the law, when it comes to J's, 5 people were caught trafficking $73 million worth of fake J's.
5 people? Where
5
the
people.
fuck were they putting them?
Wow.
I don't know, but that's a lot of damn money worth of drugs.
That's a lot of goddamn.
How many millions again?
73 million.
Okay, so let's
The
really,
US.
let's break this down. Let's break
That's
this.
fucking
Can
crazy.
we talk about this for a second?
Holy shit.
Okay, so let's say they didn't have the boxes, right? We'll just take those out the equation.
Alright.
Where did they go? Where did they put them? $73 million, $1 million worth of shoes in
Seems
itself
a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
for 5 guys.
I mean, I maybe have a collection
So
of
where
like
did-
10 grand worth of Jordans.
where were
that
they caught?
already takes up a lot of space. It doesn't say specifically. I just know that there were 5 people who were caught. It's about the most specific I can give.
Were they caught on an airplane? Were they caught like
Probably not.
in a car? If they were in a car,
They did not try and get that much
but even where do you?
material onto a plane.
No.
What kind of vehicle could transport $73 million worth of
Several.
sneakers?
Several.
Even without the fucking box.
Like probably one of those big cargo ships you put on a train.
I swear to God. Right.
Like a container? Like a
Yeah.
cargo container?
Yeah.
You're done.
Because think about it, most of that shit happens at the docks. This shit is usually fucking shipped over from some big ass ship. It's not like you're.
But
flying.
5 people were caught.
Five
It's
people.
not like they caught.
Only 5. So
Not that there
I'm
weren't
sure
more
there'd be
people involved.
Like
Yeah.
think about like the load, man.
There's only 5 people that they can
So
trace
5
and actually
people were
arrest
caught.
them because of it.
That does not mean that all 5 were caught.
Yeah.
That means only 5.
I mean, it's good. Fuck them. Last thing I would want to buy is a pair of mics and be like, "This bitches are fake."
Fucking fake, right?
I mean, I don't go to anybody but reputable.
No, if I can't catch it from a certain amount of places, like a predetermined, like okay, then I'm not getting them. I'm not gonna buy.
Right.
I'm not gonna risk it.
Why
You
would
know, they do have StockX. StockX apparently,
They have their own problems with fake Jordans.
yeah, like apparently the process is you're supposed to then, after they've been bought, you have like I guess 48 hours to send to StockX. StockX then confirms what the shoes are, that they're real, everything is intact, what you've described
Do
it
you
as.
pay for that service?
I think it's built into whatever price has been.
Okay.
agreed
I was like,
upon.
that seems like really
You know,
dumb.
then they send it to the purchaser.
Right.
Purchaser.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Customer.
So that's how that's supposed to work. I don't know how they're getting fakes to be passed through.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
they're there for verification purposes, why is it? Or
I'm
how
sure
is it
they're
possible?
getting much better now.
Oh, fakes, dude. Fakes can be really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, Homer Simpson actually did some. I think he did a little comparison on like the differences, and if it wasn't him, it may have been somebody else. But I'm pretty sure it was him. But like in comparison, like you could see, like I'm starting to think it may not have been him now. Either way, shout out Homer Simpson, man. I fuck with you. But yeah, either way, like the like on those Yeezys, the 350 Boost with the stripe.
Yeah.
Like when you show, it was Tony Too Wild or something who did it. He showed. No, I know. I want to give the right person credit. But like the stripe on the Yeezy is like very. It's a specific way, but the fake, even if it's a little off, it still doesn't look very off. You know what I mean? So like fakes have definitely gotten better. The technology has improved vastly. So I can see how you would get fucked.
Yeah.
But like somebody who's supposed to verify that what is going through is definitely 100% legit.
Right.
You know how does that happen?
Yeah.
Like it, man.
But regardless, get them shits off the street. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
for real.
True.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I hate these resellers as it is, so I'm not trying to
Fuck my whole game up, man.
I'm telling you.
You know how many sneakers I'd have if these motherfuckers would just stop using bots?
Saying. Yeah, I don't like it. So fuck those guys. But opposite shout out to y'all.
Opposite shout out to y'all and opposite shout out to Glenn.
So far we got 2 opposites shout out, and Glenn, you one of them. Make sure you watch this episode. I'll fucking type nightmare. Okay, so what you got?
We're gonna tag him in this shit.
Tag this.
Oh, this should. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. What you reckon today?
Today I am rocking the Mars 4s. This shoe I think I bought in probably 2005.
Cause them look like they've been through some things.
Yeah, they definitely can use a repainting, which I've actually intended on doing. I'm going to repaint these shoes. Just the bottoms, just where the paint is chipping, which is everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that. And I think that they'll hold up again for a while. There's a squeak to it, but the air bubble still is airy. You know, the only problem with these shoes is I was at our boy Jimmy's, and he has a bunny and that motherfucker bit.
It's a bunny.
He bit the damn.
Just a random ass animal to fuck your shoes up.
He bit the eyelid off. This thing, I don't even know what to call it. You see what I'm saying? But it's still here. It's in their shoe somewhere. I've been meaning to glue it.
Highly unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but either way, yeah. Mars 4s, man, one of my favorite sneakers. Very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's, I guess, what you would consider a beater.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fuck it. You should beat your shoes up. Not beat them up, but you should definitely wear them.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I do have a couple pairs, of course, that have not been out of the box, but
Eventually they will be, and you'll wear them, right? Like
And I will.
as they're supposed to be done.
I will.
I really fuck with those,
but
but
they're special occasion shoes. Dave, what you got on your feet?
I'm fucking with these retros.
These retros?
That's about it, though.
Yeah, all retros. What kind of retro?
I mean, I don't really know.
Some retro ones.
some Air Jordan 1s.
The old school Jordans with the wings on.
I just kind of like the color scheme, though.
I just like because they're like high like the OGs. They're the OG like high top.
Yeah.
Also, on the insides, it's it was leather on the inside, though.
What is it now?
That shit's all worn out, though.
That whole leather is gone.
That shit ain't the same.
All
It
right.
was mostly on the sole instead of on air.
No, it looks like but good thing about Jordan 1s, man, the leather when they do give you a
Well,
good
these are 5 years old.
and it looks like they were a premium leather. What I'm getting at is when they do give you a good leather with the shoe, Jordan 1 specifically, like after wearing them, build a lot of character, right? The leather becomes a little stressed, wrinkled a little bit, but whatever, like it still looks good, and the leather then looks even more plush today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and as you wear shoes, like these shoes, like there's like not a lot of integrity, like
Right.
the sides, but this leather is very soft now. Like
Yeah.
as time goes on, it wears and it feels better. That's what I like about sneakers. As you wear them, they become.
Yeah.
There is a point where they become shit, right?
Yeah, for sure,
But
yeah.
there's that sweet spot where there's like,
It's
this is my motherfucking fit right here.
I like it.
This is my ass groove, and you better not be sitting in my motherfucking ass groove.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta agree.
What you got?
I got these. I believe they say the color scheme is poison green 13s.
That's a nice shoe, man. That leather looks
That's
nice.
so perfect, man.
There's not been a whole lot of occasions that I rock these things.
They look like
And
you
I
bought
really
them in
don't
like
green
green.
foam on the bottom.
That's
I
11
really
and a
don't
half?
like the 13s, man.
It's
But
12, I believe. Yeah, these are size 12.
The way they just look a little smaller. But it fits small?
Sick,
No, actually, I haven't had them tied since I bought them, but they feel pretty loose for the most part. But they're really comfortable. I mean, as soon as you slide these things on, you feel, and that's what I always look for in a sneaker. So it's hard to be a sneaker head because like there's certain shoes you want to grab just off the notoriety of the shoe, but when you're just kind of like a casual sneaker fan, when you slide it on, you get that feeling like, ooh, these are fucking nice, you know?
Yeah, a one-on-one fit, like almost
Yeah.
like. There's a lot of sneakers where when you tie them, like even in here, there's a little bit of, this is a 12, and my toe stops right freaking there.
Yeah.
Right? More room here
Yeah.
because just the way Jordans are. But this looks like a little bit more tighter, more made for basketball fit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, these were earlier on. This was a 1989 release, right?
These are more.
Or 88. Actually, I take that back. These are 88,
Yeah.
correct? 84 was the
Maybe
one,
89.
85, 88, 89,
Yeah.
right? So the technology was a little different. But the good thing about these, they have the eyelets to be able to tighten it. I've never tightened these to actually play ball in them, so I don't know.
Right.
I've never played ball in an Air Jordan shoe just because of the fact that, for me, Mikes aren't really built for that anymore. When you compare them to what we got now and the lightweight.
Yeah, but
and
they've
the-
also evolved along with the times too. Like the leather they use on these
Excuse
is
me,
different.
everybody.
This is not the same thing that they use in the original 13s. You know,
Right.
like they've come a good amount of ways.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I think so. Because even from year to year, like there's a pair of 7s that I have that the leather is just.
So you believe that these are better fitting, better quality than the ones that came out in 1997 or
Yes,
90?
although I will say
Was
this,
it 97? No, 98. 97.
Yeah, 97, 98, probably the same thing, like border year. But yeah, I mean, like there's only one pair of Jordans I've ever played ball in, and those were the 10s. To me, the 10s are some of the most comfortable Jordans, right?
10s?
Yeah. 9s and 10s actually really high up there for me. But I don't like to play in them because I played ball in them, I think, twice in those 10s, and it compromised the whole integrity of the shoe.
Really?
I was like, good lord.
My problem
how
is,
does this happen?
I feel like mics are very clunky in comparison. Well, okay, so listen. I'm only speaking if I'm speaking with ignorance, not understanding what's out now. I love mics. Comfortable.
They're good.
Ish.
They're more of a good lifestyle
They're
shoe.
a big shoe. I don't even think they're a good lifestyle shoe most of the time. Not you can't wear them all day most of the time. You can, but they're not as comfortable as if you were to wear a pair of just some cross trainers or a pair of runners, some thin shoe that super light, breathable.
I guess it depends what your
Mics
day entails.
don't even breathe.
Hey, you're not.
Yeah.
They don't breathe.
I feel like it depends on what your day
where's the
entails,
shoe gonna breathe? There's a little air holes here.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty true.
Look at where's this shoe gonna breathe? Never.
Right here.
You die.
Yeah.
This is not.
It's more breathable than the leather.
No, this isn't perforated or even whatever. This is a solid piece of material. There's no breathable ability in this shoe. If you put your foot in this right now, you'd be like, damn, it's hot.
Yeah.
No, but that's my only thing. But now when you look at what sneakers look like and how light they are and the materials and the lockdown and the fit, all of these things, they make it a far more superior shoe than Air Jordan and Hoopin'.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this wouldn't be my first shoe to hoop in by any means, but and that's kind of why I kind of like the way that fit rocks. That's the reason why I became a big fan of the more up-tempos in the first place, because that was one of those shoes that I slid them on and I was like, oh shit, they're a little bit big and clunky looking, but these fit really comfortable, really snug.
I feel like the 12 feels like that in a sense. I've still been trying to tell you about the Air Jordan 12. So I got a pair of taxis. I'm trying to get him to trade me some. So they fit large for some reason, and his foot's a little bigger. So I'm just trying to see what's up. A little barter system, you know what I'm saying? Just really trying to see what's good with a little bit of a trade.
Hey,
I
but
ain't
what's up
looking
with
for
the
much.
trade though?
Hey, but if you might have heard from my way back when video, my trades with him hasn't always gone smooth
Yo!
and nice. You know what I'm saying?
There will be a rebuttal video.
You know what I'm saying?
No, there will be a rebuttal video.
Regardless of all that, I'm just saying. You expect me to trust his trade tactics? Anyway.
We're grown men now. I can't force you to do anything. So if you do it and you get fucked, well, you get
He
fucked.
kind of did imply that he was going to force you to do this though.
I mean, he was going to try to...
What, this trade?
I thought so.
No, none of that. I mean, only if he really wants
We
to.
can talk about it, because again, I do have multiple pairs of tempos, so if that's
certain
what
shoes,
you're looking for, we can figure that out.
We can talk. We can talk about it. Oh goddamn, my knees are old.
Yeah.
But that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Mics were really good at the time, and they're in the time, and they're really a really dope piece of the theme of it today is a piece of art, right? They come together for what they look like, the materials, the culture that they affect,
They came
the
a long
time
way.
period that they represent.
They came a long way from Chuck T's. That much.
That's true. Yeah.
Word up.
Because Chucks were getting out of
Word.
date. They will get out of date.
I don't know how you're gonna break every bone in your foot.
I've literally never slid my foot in a pair of Chucks.
I'd rather
Actually, I take that back. I have. I put socks on all the time.
I'd rather ball barefoot or in fucking sandals than in some Chucks.
So I definitely own Chucks, but I don't ball in Chucks ever.
No, I couldn't see that happening.
No. I'm okay with Chucks.
Especially with my ankle.
But there's no ankle support. That's the
Nothing.
thing. It's literally like you wrap paper around your
Told you,
foot
it's a
and
sock.
put a piece of bread underneath.
It's a sock. It's a sock.
It's a glorified sock.
Glorified.
It's a glorified
It's a sock
media
with
sock.
laces.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
man.
Like boxing shoes.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
for real, might as well wrap this shit up. It's running a little long today.
Wrap it up, B.
So
Wrap it up.
wrap it up, bye.
the gap.
Little Chappelle Show reference. I don't know if anybody caught that. That wrap it up.
Should catch that.
Should. Because if you're not a fan of Chappelle, then fuck it on.
Firstly, if you're not a fan of Chappelle, I need to know why.
Yeah, right.
I'm not
Secondly,
interested in why. I just need to know.
No,
whether or not
because
you're
we can
interested,
talk about it.
And then you can bounce.
we can talk about it. Second, but also I need to know: have you watched
True.
his show? Chappelle. We're speaking about Chappelle's show.
Or stand up.
You heard?
Mm-hmm.
Wrap it up, B.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna take me sign a period because I'm on the grill, bitch.
Fuck you. Okay.
Alright, well, to reiterate what we did in the beginning, thank you everybody who has been supporting us to this point.
Most definitely.
Highly appreciated. We love that you guys come back and come kick it with us. It's a good feeling for sure. So
and to expect us again every Monday night. Adam's gotten a little better. Last Monday it was like Monday early evening.
I was like, surprise, motherfucker!
Not like Tuesday at 3:45 in the morning.
I don't know that anybody watched it any earlier than they normally do because of that, but I got it on there earlier, so I did my part.
Again, expect us as consistent as we have been, putting out as much as quality material as we can.
Next week, expect some changes to the set. I think it'll be good changes. We're gonna make sure that we look like we actually know what the fuck we're doing.
We're gonna spruce it up a little bit.
We're gonna spruce it up. We're gonna do a little Space
spruce.
Jam spit style.
Spruce.
Mike's secret stuff. Nah, man. No, but for sure, look for us to continuously improve and really just try to bring the best product to you guys. You know, because we do appreciate all of our 31 now.
31 subscribers.
We're 31 subscribers.
I believe last week we were about 24, so that's what we're talking about, people.
You know, 7 days, 7 subscribers. I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You want to
also be on the lookout for new content coming. You know, there's gonna be some new segments we want to introduce.
That's why you want to hit that alert button on the after you subscribe, hit the alert, because when you do that, then you'll see when we bring out all this new content.
Right.
And we really just want to bring it to you to see, to give you an opportunity to really see, a little bit more into how we interact and the other different facets of our life.
Give you a little insight to back in the day when Kiona and Kasson was who we were. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, man. Maybe a little visit down memory lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's always fun for that.
Maybe have a little Nas playing in the background while we do it.
And you guys get a little fun out of that.
A little memory lane.
Take a trip down memory lane.
Real.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
tangents.
before we forget,
Motherfucker.
yeah, for sure. That's what today's been about. We should just call this episode Tangent.
Oh man, I had a name for it, but I completely forgot, so it doesn't matter anyway. So maybe we'll call it Tangent.
That's what you're talking about.
No, not Work of Art.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, Twitter, Instagram, of course, YouTube, where you should be watching this.
Whatever you
place
At Kiona and Kasson podcast across the board.
Yep. So follow us, subscribe, keep watching.
True.
We're gonna make sure we keep improving for y'all.
True.
So thank you guys again for tuning in.
Thank you.
Any new visitors who might have came back and decided to watch the whole episode, we appreciate y'all as well.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
For Dave and myself, your glorified mediator / MC.
Glorified my ass.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Peace.
And peace.
Peace. Peace for Stacks too. He can't say it himself.
Because he's sleeping right now.
You sleep right there.
Yeah, but all right, leave it.